Hello everybody, today we're going to talk about cryptos, we're going to talk about pizzas, we're going to talk about very interesting things, and with me is Kyrylo Khomiakov, regional leader CEE and Ukraine Binance. Hello Kyrylo.
Thanks for having me.
It's been 13 years, not days, 13 years since first transaction with Bitcoins has made. It was Pizza Day, when for 10,000 Bitcoins they were bought 2 pizzas. So it was worth about $200 million. So we can just wondering, it has to be very tasty, these pizzas. And after this 13 years, what do you think about cryptocurrency at this moment? Does the idea of decentralized cryptocurrencies is still alive?
Yes, absolutely. There was a very big dynamics of the change just for these 13 years. If you think about it from the global perspective, it's a very short time for the new technology to develop. But what happened over time is that now you can buy 10,000 pizzas for 1 Bitcoin. And it's not just the fact that the price of Bitcoin has significantly pumped up. And actually yesterday it was the world record in Romania, where the person has paid 1 Bitcoin through the Binance Pay, our payment solution, to buy 10,000 pizzas, which were further donated to the people in need in Romania. But it's like a mass adoption of the crypto. You can now pay not by the Bitcoin, but all the other types of the cryptocurrency for almost everything in the world. So it's not just an investment mechanism, it's now the payment method.
Mm-hmm. So as we can see, it's really progress. The cryptocurrencies and also the Bitcoin. And my next question is about does this the fact that different governments and central banks are interested in their personal cryptocurrency, can we say that the idea of this decentralized crypto is still what it is when Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin and write about it in his manifesto?
Yes, absolutely. So the idea is still here. That's the freedom of money. That's the speed of money. That's the price for making any transaction in terms of money. So it's still here. And obviously government and regulators, they want to control this industry and they want to protect their users. So that's what we see happening in Europe with MiCA. Mm-hmm. Signed and approved by all the EU members. So the MiCA is coming on for stablecoins in the summer 2024 and for the altcoins in summer 2025 to regulate the industry, to protect users, to make sure that all is transparent, clear, and under the full control and regulation. And this is the good thing that's happening. If you're talking about what regulators want in terms of the CBDC, if it's your question, that's a little bit different story. So it's like digital money that are very centralized, centralized and controlled by the national banks of these countries. Yeah,
an idea of cryptos was that there will be decentralized. So if we are creating cryptos that is centralized, then I don't think this was the main idea.
There is a good things about CBDC as well. So first of all, it will become much cheaper to do the transactions on the CBDC. It will become much transparent, and it will help to prevent the financial crimes, including the tax evasion. Also, it will be much easy to get the access for the people who are unbanked now for the financial services of this country. And the good thing for the crypto is that the CBDC is solution on the blockchain, and despite the fact that this is centralized and belong to one country only, it will help people to learn about how to store their private and public keys, how to use wallets, how to use the blockchains, etc., etc. So we do not see it as a threat, this decentralized currency, but actually we see it as the crypto adoption that will support the further blockchain development, including the crypto payments.
And it's especially important in the third world countries.
Yes, exactly. Not just the third world. So third world is very important for unbanked people, as I said. So for the ones that doesn't have the access to the banks, but for the big countries as well, because servicing cash, paying banking commissions, supporting all this infrastructure is very, very expensive. And in the end of the day, people are paying for this. When it's going to be like a digital money, it's going to be much, much cheaper, much faster, much clearer, much more transparent. So this is a good thing.
And going back to the pizza day that we started, with Pizza Day in this year, the Binance has created different attractions, gifts to his customers. What kind of?
Yeah, so usually we were centralizing this event with the place where CZ was.
I knew it.
Where CZ was. But this year, so many countries, and we just wanted to celebrate it in all of the countries. So every country did something special. So here in Poland, we did some competition. We give away some swags, some small prizes. So this type of things.
Mm-hmm. And looking at the whole currency market, what do you think are the main trends on today? You see some kind of main trends that are happening in the cryptocurrency. I'm not talking about the instrument which is going up or down. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about some kind of trends, maybe DeFi, maybe NFTs.
Yeah, so the crypto winter continues, unfortunately. And this is mainly driven by the few bad actors in the industry that made fraud and went out of the business. And this also led to like a snowball effect of some other smaller businesses also suffering from this. But the worst thing that it's created the lack of trust from the users, from the regulators to the crypto industry, because it was kind of the black box that the regulators and users can only trust, but cannot control or cannot review what's happening inside. So this vacuum of trust is unfortunately delaying this crypto winter. And we and other industry players are working to regain this trust from the users and from the regulators. So one thing is the regulation, and another thing is the transparency of the crypto exchange, like proof of funds, ZK, the zero knowledge mechanism to show the proof of funds, etc., audits, and all this type of things. So that's our common goal as an industry, to regain the trust after what's happened in the industry. But if you look long term on it, maybe it's a good thing, because industry has cleared itself, and the ones who are going to survive this period are going to become stronger, and the industry overall will become more transparent and more stronger.
So we can say that these regulations are quite good thing to whole industry, because they can gain this, as you said, trust.
Yeah, we truly believe so, and it's like a glue that puts the whole thing together. Regulators, legal enforcement authorities, users, industry players, different ecosystems, and overall, it also boosts the industry and helps every country. So it creates more jobs. It creates more new projects. It gets the additional investment into the economy of every country who is leading the way in developing the crypto projects. So just in Poland, there is thousands of new talents of IT guys who are building on the blockchain. So as soon as there is these rules, the whole industry goes up, and it also helps a lot the economy become more innovative.
Mm-hmm. Are you planning to add some new functionalities to the Binance in the nearest time?
Yeah, so we are always working on this, and when we build our exchange, we become the global #1 just after 180 days. And that's because of the culture and because of our approach to building new products. And then now the exchange is just one product in the overall Binance ecosystem that we are developing. So there's a couple of key factors or key
what kind of?
Yeah, key things that we are controlling for the product. So One thing is the user-friendly, fast, transparent, and we are listening to our community. So we are building for our community and with our community the products that they can trust and the products that can make their life easier, right? And we are also building products that can have the mass adoption. And just to give you the example, one thing that we have launched already 15th of May is the Binance Tax tool. That's available globally because it's very complicated for the users now, especially for the ones who are doing a lot of transactions, to calculate their capital gains and understand what is the actual tax they have to pay. So now it's available on the platform because there's so many transactions, price fluctuations, etc., etc. So now you can see your overall capital gains or losses for the period. So that's one thing that started. Also, we are doing like a P&L analysis for our users. It's not yet available, but it's coming soon. So you don't need to remember how much you invested, what's your portfolio. So that's going to be the tool that helps you understand if your strategies are working or not working. We are also building a much easier deposit page when you can see how all the funds, crypto, fiat, etc., are coming to your platform. And yeah, I think one other good thing that's coming this summer will be the Binance School. So that's a combined Binance Academy courses that you can do on the learn and earn basis. So as you go through the course and answering the questions, you can get some dollars as a prize for getting this material. And then in the end of the course, which is total like 6 hours, you also get the NFT certificate. So it's very important to educate our new users where are the risks, how to prevent yourself from being a victim of the scammers, etc., etc. So that's another thing we are doing.
Do you think there is a possibility that people, for example, let's say 50 plus, 60 plus, they will be interested in crypto and they go to a platform, Binance, and I want to know what is this crypto, tell me more. I'm just asking about, not about the stereotypes, because remember that there are of course people that there are in some kind of age but are interested in new technologies, and there are of course the young people that are totally not interested in the new things, new technology or Internet of Things or etc. I'm just talking about right now we have some kind of vision of a young person that is in the Binance, for example, is looking at how the cryptocurrency is moving, which direction he is very passionate about. But when we talk about people in some age, we say like, no, these are, I think not. Do you think there's a possibility that these people will say, okay, so I want to learn more? I'm just interested.
Yeah, that's actually a very good question, because from one side, all the new users that are coming on the platform, doesn't matter if you are 18, 20 years old and you have all the applications on your phone, TikToks, etc. Most probably your knowledge is the same level as someone like an elder is coming to the platform, and our task to educate them both on the same way. So starting from the basic and getting to the more advanced knowledge about the crypto. From another side, of course, the majority of the new users are the young people. That's the one who are more willing to learn, more risk adverse, more interested in the new technology. So we have the majority of them. But I think our task is to educate everyone equally. And instead of giving them like a freedom to select any courses on the Binance Academy page, we just give them one basic course, which is this Binance School I was talking about, to get the basic knowledge, and then all the opportunities if you want to get an advanced knowledge.
So thanks to this course, we can learn about basics of crypto world, cryptocurrencies. What about if someone said, okay, I want to learn how to write my own cryptocurrency, for example? Do you think that you can give some advantage courses, or you think that you will probably stay in this basic level?
So yes and no. There are advanced courses in the platform, on the Binance Academy platform, but it's more related to the trading strategy, to the optimizing portfolio, to the advanced exchange mechanism and tools, but it doesn't give like a technical education in terms of the building on the blockchain. That's not something that you can learn fully remotely. However, one of our main tasks is also develop the BNB chain. That's called BSC, Binance Smart Chain. So that's the chain that's the #1 in the world now, and most of the new products are built on this chain. So we are doing a lot of courses ad hoc. Just to give you the example, recently in Ukraine, where I'm originally from, we've done like a charity project with the Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine for the people that were that have to leave their homes because of the war and relocate to the other Ukrainian cities and lost their jobs and could not support their families. So together with the ministry, we sponsored like an online technical re-education for them. So the people who lost their job could get a fully online 6 months course and then could start building on the blockchain and work remotely and support their families. But this is not something you can learn quickly. It requires a proper educational partner and at least few months before you can start working in this space.
But assume that the person have some kind of experience in coding. So I think this is a very high chance that that he can gain the skills of creating on blockchain.
This profession, despite the crypto winter, is very much needed in the market. So through all the developers, there is a very small percent of the people who can build on the blockchain. And if you compare the IT guys, developers on the like standard usual tools, and the guys who can build on the blockchain, their wage compensation is much more higher, because still the percentage of the people who can code on the blockchain is very small. We even have this problem at Binance because our resources are very busy and there is a good competition for the resources. So I encourage people more and more to educate themselves to build on the blockchain, because you can quickly grow and you can get much more money in this space.
So tell me now a little bit more about your strategies to gain new customers, to keep them in Binance. What are your strategies? Binance strategies.
That's a sweet spot question, right? And couple of things here. So first of all, as I said, we are very much focused on the community and community feedback. So we grow our community, we talk to our community all the time. We have a lot of the thousands of people in the Telegram in Poland, Binance Poland. We have a huge Facebook page, Instagram page, etc. We are doing on the quarterly basis the live community meetup, AMA sessions, conferences, etc., etc. So we are growing our community and getting their feedback, because we build for them and together with them. So that's one. The second thing, the strategy is we have a very low commissions, right? So that's our key thing. Because of the big volumes, we can afford lower commissions, and that's how we can help people to pay less for their operations, and that's another big thing for them. I already told you about our products, and the last thing, we are focused on giving the products and the solutions locally that our competitors doesn't have. So for example, here in Poland, we have a lot of the payers with the Polish currency, Polish zloty, and we have a lot of fiat channels, so we have a lot of localized opportunities to give the maximum tools for our users. And we will continue building like tax tools, like all the other products, to help them do everything they need in one place and pay as less as possible for this.
So you have a very good plan.
Yes, thank you.
Kyrylo, thank you very much for this conversation. My guest and yours was Kyrylo Khomiakov, regional leader, CE and Ukraine Binance.